So this morning it is a frosty, bright morning. It's -4, hovering -4 to -3, which is a lot warmer than yesterday when it was -8.5. And this morning I have got a medium trip, let's call it, up to Aberdeen, which is in the northeast of Scotland. And that's about 135 miles, 2 hours worth of travelling, roughly. So I should manage that with no charge. I will need to charge when I get there, and I know that there is an ultra charger at the Audi centre and also at the Porsche centre just on the outskirts of Aberdeen, so I plan to go there. No need for a better route planner or anything else to tell me about that. They reckon I can get to my destination and have around about 20% of charge left. First of all, an apology, there's been no videos for around about the last 4 months, and that's because unfortunately my dad passed away just before Christmas, so obviously I've had other things on my mind. But my dad was, if nothing else, a massive YouTube fan. He used to spend all his time browsing YouTube, not watching EV channels though. So I figured I might as well get back into it, and he would appreciate that. So what have I done to prepare? I have charged the car to 100% overnight. Just to put one myth to bed that you often read on EV groups on Facebook. There's nothing wrong with charging your car to 100%. What the problem is caused by is if you leave your car sitting at 100%. So because I am heading off to Aberdeen this morning, I actually charged to 100% overnight. I used a new tariff which I'm on. It's only available if you're in Scotland, England or Wales. It's using a thing called Intelligent Octopus from Octopus Energy. I'll put a referral code down below if anyone wants to join Octopus, and then we share. We each get £50 credit on our bills if you use that code. But what Intelligent Octopus does is it works out when you need to depart. It works out what state of charge you want the car to be at, which you set in their app. And it then works out the greenest and the cheapest times for them to deliver that power to you. So in my case this morning, it actually charged the car. It said it would charge the car to 5:30 this morning, which is the normal off-peak period, and it costs a quarter of the normal energy cost if you use that. But this morning, for some reason, I woke up at 5:30 and the car had stopped the charge at 92%. So that was obviously not what I wanted. I could get to Aberdeen with that without any issue, but I wanted 100%. So I just hit the Octopus app, told it to go to 100, and it gave me an extra 1 hour of off-peak charging. So the car was fully charged by 6:30 this morning. And the bonus of that was that everything else in the house, like our central heating, was able to use that cheap power as well. So it's working out really well so far. It's a great tariff. And if you want to find out about that, as I say, I'll stick a link down in the description below. So it's showing on the gasometer 216 miles. Obviously it's down at 99%. The car did precondition slightly earlier. Before we got into it, it defrosted because obviously it was covered in snow and ice. But it's showing now 216 miles. And if I actually turn the car on and put on the climate control, obviously you see that drop down, and it drops down to 196 miles. But as I said, I've only got 130 miles to go, so that will be fine. And I'll set the car into eco mode. Okay, so I was set a particular challenge this morning. Anyone who's watched my videos before will know that I like to use an app called A Better Route Planner because it's got a great integration with the car, using a thing called EV Notify, an app on Android, and an OBD2 dongle, which I have plugged in here. But on the UK Enyaq Facebook group, a guy called Colin Preston, good morning Colin, said that he would like to see me do this purely with the inbuilt sat-nav. So, challenge accepted. I am going to look at a better route planner as well. In fact, I've already looked at it because I know where I want to charge using those Audi or Porsche chargers in Aberdeen. But yeah, challenge accepted. Let's see how the inbuilt factory sat-nav works. Since I last did a big trip, I've had the 3.0 software update, so the sat-nav has improved, so let's give it a go. So I've plugged in the route of the address of my office in Aberdeen, which is on North Anderson Drive. So it's saying 2 hours 25, 132 miles. A better route planner actually reckoned it would be less than that, but yeah, traffic permitting, probably that'll be what we'll take. So more of a weather update than anything else. I spoke too soon. I said how much warmer it was today than yesterday, and I'm only a little, 20 minutes from home. Temperature's now -6. There's about, 5 centimetres of snow out there, compared with none when I set off. Just goes to show you how localised things can be, but I don't know if the camera's picking this up. This is absolutely gorgeous, this road, with all the trees just covered in snow. It's not a bad way to go to work, really. But yeah, I am wishing that I had got some Michelin Cross Climates on this car. Definitely the next purchase. Not that these are performing badly, but I just don't have that feeling of security that I would have. Definitely a bit more nervous than I would be on the Cross Climates or some proper winter tyres like Nokians or whatever. So here's one of the good changes on the 3.0 update. You can see on the screen there that they now have live availability of chargers. And I've just passed there 2 Osprey rapid chargers, which I can access using the Skoda Power Pass card, which gives me discounted charging on those. But yeah, it's a really great system. You can see there, zoom back out, there's a 7.4 kilowatt charger which is in there at Asda. There's a 22 kilowatt charger in there, which I think is the Dundee Ice Rink. 22 kilowatt charger off there to the right. And actually it's not been updated, because I know this BP garage here has got a 150 kilowatt charger in it as well. But that's maybe just quite recently installed and hasn't been updated yet. They're not all showing live availability. That depends on the network operator. So these are Charge Place Scotland, and those don't. That network doesn't share availability with the Skoda system. I'm not sure where that one is over there. But Dundee's brilliant for chargers. As you can see, there are plenty of them. So just before I leave Dundee, while I've been stuck in traffic, I have pulled up EV Notify, and you probably won't be able to see this on the camera, but take my word for it. It shows you the temperature of the battery. And I started this morning, like I said, I pre-warmed the car on the mains, and when I left, the battery was sitting at 3 degrees. It's now sitting at 5 degrees after I've been driving for 1 hour 25 minutes. So you quite often see posts on EV groups on social media with people saying, I would have had a hot battery because I've been driving for an hour. Well, I've been driving for an hour and a half, and the battery's gone up by about 2 degrees. It's 20 degrees colder than it needs to be to get a really fast charge. So yeah, that's always worth bearing in mind. Don't make assumptions about how hot your battery is. Obviously the ambient temperature this morning has been sub-zero. Like I said, it was -4 when it started, -7 along the way. It's now positively tropical at +1.5. So that has an effect, helping to cool the battery, but actually driving does very little towards heating the battery up. And that's actually also another feature of the 3.0 update. I believe that previously on the old, I think it was 2.4 software, the battery heater kicked in and the car would try and get the battery up to around about 12 degrees from memory, but that caused very poor efficiency on short local trips. If you can imagine, the battery was always trying to be heated up, so that power was being used, and you weren't actually on a long trip. Maybe they could do with bringing it back a little bit, so that when you are on a longer trip, like obviously I'm doing a couple of hours this morning at least, that it would heat it up a little bit. It doesn't. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, onwards to Aberdeen. I have got 62 miles to go. Okay, so I'm only 9 miles from my destination, and I'm going to want to charge, as I said, for my return trip this afternoon. We're now at 25% state of charge, and actually I'd realised my EV Notify display earlier. I was saying the battery had not heated up at all. My EV Notify had frozen, so I've switched to car scanner. 10.75 degrees is what I'm at. So it's still not hot enough to get a really good charge, but it's not cold. Okay, so I've been set the challenge of using only the Skoda system, so I'm going to ask Laura to find me a charger. I know where the Porsche charger is, but I'm going to ask Laura to do it. So here goes. Okay, Laura, find a charging point.
Multiple search results found. Please select an item from the list.
Okay, so that's not bad. As you can see, there's lots. There's the Porsche one. Okay, Laura, select number 3.
Would you like to start direct route guidance to the POI 50 kilowatts BP Pulse John Clark Mini, Aberdeen and Tayside, Aberdeen, Wellington Road, or at this destination as a stopover?
No.
You can say, add a stopover, start route guidance.
Okay, let's not do that one. Okay, Laura, find a charge point.
Multiple search results found. Please select an item from the list.
Number 5.
Line 5. Would you like to start direct route guidance to the POI 350 kilowatts Porsche Smart Mobility Porsche Sales and Marketplace Porsche Centre Aberdeen Charge Point 2, Aberdeen, Wellington Road AB12, 3TY.
That's the one we want.
This destination as a stop.
Add a stopover.
You will reach your destination in 10-8 minutes.
Okay, so that's pretty good. I think what I did the first time round, I misread the row on the list. But as you can see, first of all, there's plenty of infrastructure. Second of all, even the car's voice navigation system, voice recognition system seems to be pretty much capable of navigating me there. So yeah, okay, not bad. Reasonably impressed. Okay, so here we are in sunny Aberdeen, and I'm at the Porsche Centre. There's actually 350 kilowatt chargers here. There's an Audi showroom next door with 300 kilowatt chargers, but it's Audi customers only. So there we are. It's still showing as available on the car screen, but there were signs up saying e-tron charging only. Anyway, I've plugged in here. Like I say, the battery was at 10 degrees. You can see here on car scanner that actually the car is running 11 amps into the battery heater, so the battery is heating up, and the state of charge when I plugged in was at 42 kilowatts because I was still over 20%. In fact, I was at 21% I think when I arrived. I've nipped in, gone to the toilet and come back out. I had to move the car and restart the charge because there was a diesel Audi, or a petrol Audi rather, needing to get out, and it was parked so close to me that I had to move my car. But already you can see with the battery heating up, the rate of charge, the speed of charge is speeding up. So we've gone from 42 to 53, and I think that will rise. So I'll stay here till the car is back to about 75% charged. And we'll see how that speeds up. If it does speed up anymore, I'll report back. But otherwise, Hopefully today's video shows just how easy it is to do this sort of trip. And Colin Preston, it shows that the Skoda navigation system also works. Like I said, the efficiency, 3.2 miles per kilowatt hour, not great, but then I was sitting at motorway speeds the whole way. Normally I would knock that back a little bit, but I wanted to get up here in time for my meeting. So thanks for watching. Hopefully that is of some use and of some interest, and I'll see you again soon in another video.